హలో అందరికీ హాయ్. ఇవాళ ఏవియేషన్ మ్యూజియం ఆఫ్ టైలర్ చూద్దాము. లోపల మీకు అంతా ఏవియేషన్వి మొత్తం ఆర్టిఫాక్ట్స్ అన్నీ చూపిస్తాను. తర్వాత బయట రియల్ ఫ్లైట్స్ కూడా చూపిస్తాను. మీకు ఈ వీడియో నచ్చితే సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకొని షేర్ చేయండి. మళ్ళీ అవసరమైనప్పుడు మాట్లాడతాను. హలో అందరికీ హాయ్. ఇది టైలర్ ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ వెనకాల చూసారు కదా, ఆ పక్కనే మ్యూజియము. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఆ మ్యూజియంలోకి వెళ్ళి అన్నీ చూద్దాము. ఎంట్రీ పర్ పర్సన్ $8. This gentleman is going to explain us about all the aviation, so we'll start the tour.
This engine is called a 4360 Pratt Whitney corn cob. The reason why they call it a corn cob is the way the cylinders are stacked all the way around it. 28 cylinders. It's one of the largest piston engines ever put on an airplane. And if you look over here, it'll show you all the different ones that it was used on. But the most notable is the B-36. And that was one of our heavy bombers.
Nice.
And then over here is an engine out of a Russian MiG-17. And I've got a plane I want you to see out here, and maybe you can tell me a little bit about it.
Sure.
All right.
You said this is from Russia?
Yeah, it's a Russian built engine.
Okay. That time US had friendly relations with Russia?
Uh-huh. Actually, it's easier for people to buy a foreign built aircraft than it is one of our old military aircraft. So like there's a lot of Russian MiGs that are flying around the country. There's planes from all over the world that are being flown in this country. Not necessarily
home built.
It's really hard to buy one of our retired military airplanes. It's just almost impossible. So they buy Russian MiGs and things like that. And then over here is a seat out of the F-105 Thunder Chief. Can you imagine sitting in that thing for 8 hours on a mission?
It's very hard. We have to get trained for that.
Yeah. And then up above is what they call a quail. And that comes out of a B-52 bomber. Back in the early days of the B-52, they would have several of these in the bomb bay. And if somebody locked onto them with radar, they could drop one of these out of the aircraft and it had a small jet engine, and it would fly until it run out of fuel, and it put off a signature like another aircraft. And then down here is a Japanese motor out of something. I'm not sure what it come from or where it come from, but it's just a Japanese engine.
Yeah. Those days, usually the Japanese, they used to maintain high standards when they build the engines.
Yeah, the biggest thing about the Japanese, they were great at taking something that was built someplace else and deconstructing it and making their own version of it and actually making it better a lot of times.
Exactly. The durability is for a long time. When the Japanese build, it lasts for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I'm driving a Japanese truck, so.
Yeah. So you know it better. You experienced it. You know it better since you already experienced the Japanese car.
Well,
Jeep you said, right? Or
no,
the truck? Okay.
A Toyota Tacoma.
Truck. Okay.
I worked for Toyota for 27 years.
Oh, nice.
At a dealership.
Yeah, usually Toyota car lasts for a long time.
Yeah. So.
No, nowadays all are lasting good, but initially old days like Toyota, people used to buy Toyota a lot.
I hate to say this, but I think they're the best vehicles on the highway right now because they're affordable for everybody to buy, and they last. They last for a long time.
I agree with you. Even I know that, but
yeah. Let's move on out here.
These are no longer in service. These are the old ones.
Yeah, these are all planes that will never fly again. This first one here,
Uh-huh.
F-111 Aardvark. It was used at one point in Vietnam.
Uh-huh.
We used it, I want to say into the 90s, maybe. Other countries used it a little bit longer than that. It's the first swept-wing aircraft that the Air Force ever used, and it will fly more than twice the speed of sound. And if you look up here,
It still has the engine, right, inside?
no, there's no engine.
No engine, okay.
They're just, yeah, the shell.
Just the frame, okay.
Yeah. If you look at this line that runs up over there, along here, up over there, that is a capsule. If this plane was in distress and they needed to get away from it, this had an explosive device in there that it would break it loose from the aircraft, and it had a drag chute to slow it down and then a parachute to bring it back to the ground. This plane could fly at more than Mach 2, twice the speed of sound.
Nice.
And it also had a computer system on board where if you set it to fly at 1,000 feet, that aircraft would fly at 1,000 feet no matter where the land went, the ground. It would stay at exactly 1,000 feet.
Nice.
And let's go over here in the corner. This is an A4 Skyhawk.
Yeah, this looks small, but it's beautiful.
Yeah. This was a plane that was used in Vietnam. This particular one here is a trainer. As you can see, it's got 2 seats. If this was a fighter in service, it would only have 1 seat. This was heavily used in Vietnam, and there was a lot of them shot down. One of our famous senators run for president was shot down in one of these in North Vietnam, and he was in captivity somewhere between 5 and 7 years. I'm not sure exactly.
Okay.
And his name was John McCain.
Oh, John McCain. Yeah, I heard his name. Yeah.
That's the type of aircraft he was flying.
He ran for even presidency long
Yes,
back.
he ran for president once, but he didn't do very well.
Yeah.
And then right next door to it is a T2 Buckeye. It's a Navy trainer. It was used simply as a trainer for the United States. If you were going to fly fighter jets in the Navy, this is what you would have learned to land on aircraft deck. And I'm not quite sure. I think somewhere around 40 years worth of service. I'm not exactly sure about that. You know, some of these planes were in service a long time, and some of them not so long. And that would be this one over here. F9 Cougar. It was developed and built in the late 40s and seen some action in Korea. Shortly after the Korean War was over, they quit using it. They come up with bigger and better aircraft. It was used as a Blue Angels demo at one time. And that's pretty much about all I know about it, other than if you look at it, there's no landing gear under it. It's sitting on a little trailer. This plane is scheduled to be put on a pole out in front of the museum to kind of draw attention to the museum. So hopefully in the near future we'll have it out there and where everybody can see it.
You're trying to get it inside, okay.
Hmm?
You're trying to get it inside the museum?
No, we want to put it on a pipe or a pole outside the museum, out close to the road.
Okay.
So people driving by will have it
Okay, it will
get attention
yeah.
to the museum.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Nice idea.
So hopefully in the near future that'll happen. This next aircraft is a T-33 Shooting Star. It is another trainer. We strictly used it as a trainer. It was another aircraft that was used somewhere in the neighborhood of about 40 years as a trainer. It was sold around the world, and they say other countries actually used it as a warplane. I can't prove that, but you know, that's the story that I've gotten. This next one here is an F-4 Phantom. It was an aircraft that was used in Vietnam. One of its big missions was what they call wild weasel missions. That's where they would fly into North Vietnam looking for SAM sites. And if they could get to those SAM sites, they would back around It was also used by the Thunderbirds and Blue Angels demo aircraft. A lot of people say it's proof that you can make a bird fly.
Yeah, it looks like a military aircraft with the coloring and everything, with the green.
Yeah.
It looks like a military aircraft. I think this is the smallest I have seen till now.
It is a T-37 Tweet, nicknamed Tweety Bird. It was used from 1959 through 2005
Oh,
as a trainer.
55 years, okay.
It was built by Cessna. It is the only trainer that we ever used where the trainer and the student sit side by side instead of in the conventional trainer behind the student. Like I say, it was used through 2005. And I've actually seen a few fly, and they're quite a handful. Nice looking planes. This one not so much. It's been sitting out here in the sun for all week, and it's getting kind of run down. This blue one here, it is a AD-5 Skyraider. It was a aircraft that it was built in the late 40s.
It looks stylish. It's stylish.
Yes. Everybody, you know, a lot of people look at it and think it's a World War II plane, but it's not. It was built after World War II. It's seen action in Korea, the Korean War, and it's seen a lot of action in Vietnam. In Vietnam, it done what they called, they would like a close air support for ground troops. They would cover down pilots, and they also used it as an ambulance plane.
Oh, ambulance too, okay.
And if you look at it, all the mounting points for weapons, they say it'll carry about the same payload as a B-17.
Even though it's small, it carries more load.
Yeah, single engines, smaller aircraft. But, you know, technology
Yeah.
made it better.
It can carry up to 10 people. It can carry up to 10 people.
Yeah, they say in the belly of this plane you can put anywhere from 8 to 10 troops in
8 to
there,
10,
depending
yeah.
on their equipment.
Nice.
And depending on its mission, it took anywhere from a 2 to a 4-man crew to operate it. And it operated off aircraft carrier.
Oh, nice helicopter.
Yep. It's a Huey. And if you studied much history, you know, it was heavily used in Vietnam. They used it for just about everything early in Vietnam. Put troops on the battlefield, off the battlefield, and supplies.
It has a big wing. The size of the wing is bigger.
Do what now?
The size of the wing is bigger. The blade.
Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the widest blades you ever see.
Yeah, exactly. The size of the craft is small, but the blade is bigger than the craft.
Yeah. That is one of the biggest you ever see.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
was
what it
wondering.
makes- have you ever heard them fly?
Yeah.
Make that wop 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 noise.
Uh-huh.
That's because of that big plane.
Yeah, this is bigger, very big.
And then this is a F-100 Super Sabre.
Mhm.
It was one of the first jet aircraft to go to Vietnam. It was the first supersonic jet the Air Force ever used. It was strictly a fighter. And I guess it was a pretty efficient plane. This plane over here is the one I want you to see if you've ever seen anything like it.
Yeah. Even this is the smallest, I think, or equal to the other one we saw, the other side. It's equal to that size.
Yeah, this is a Polish-built aircraft. They used it to train their pilots. They say India used it to train pilots.
Oh.
And they say Russians may have used it to train pilots.
Pilots, okay.
But I was just wondering if you've ever seen anything like it before.
No.
No.
It's very small.
Now,
And nice and small.
yeah. How old were you when you left India?
I was 21.
You was 21. So, were you able to get anywhere where you could see aircraft like this in your country?
I have seen the passenger flights,
Yeah.
but not the army.
Not military aircraft.
Military, I have seen, but just like a statue or like model of it.
Yeah. No. Now this is good. You get closer than you would
Yeah.
in India.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And right behind you is
Before, like long back in 90s, we were allowed to go near the passenger flight, but last 20 years, no, we cannot go near the flight. When we old days in 90s, to board the flight, we used to go till the stairs and board. We used to walk on the floor like this, but now it's all internal.
Oh,
Like
it's-
even
yeah,
here,
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah. Well, it's much colder.
Yeah.
It's
But
not
this is the
walking.
closest we can get,
Uh,
especially with the army crafts. Yeah,
yeah.
this is the closest we can get.
Oh, okay.
I've seen few in Pennsylvania long back in 2004. I think somewhere near the chocolate factory in Pennsylvania, they have a lot of aircrafts. I vaguely remember that. I had a lot of pictures of that. That time it was like 6 months that I came to US. I was like really happy. First time when you see something new, you love it more.
Yeah.
So I've seen lot of flights.
Well, Pennsylvania, where I'm originally
Yeah.
from, Western Pennsylvania.
Like me?
I was,
Oh, you are from Pennsylvania?
yeah,
Okay.
about 60 miles north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've been down here about 42 years now.
Nice. So you're close to Cleveland too.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, not too far. When I would go back home from here, I would go through Cleveland, or close to it, you know.
Close to it,
on the
okay.
interstate.
Nice.
Like I said, I've been here for 40 years. This is my home now. Just like the United States is your
Yeah.
home. Do you ever?
40 years is a long time, yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever get a chance to go back to India?
Yeah, like I visited last year.
Oh, you did? You miss it?
Yeah, but now I like US more. I'm here. Half my life I'm here.
Yeah.
Half my life I'm there.
Yeah.
I like it there too, but I like more here now.
Is there more freedom here than in India?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even there, like India is the largest democracy. US is the oldest democracy. But here, if we follow the rules, you have more freedom, what I feel.
Yeah.
But we have to follow the rules.
Yep.
There, some of the people, they break rules. So,
Well, they have to suffer their consequences when they do.
yeah.
All right, over here is a F-105 Fighter Chief. It was nicknamed the Thud. Some of the pilots that flew it said they called it the Thud because that's the sound it made when it hit the ground. It's the largest single-engine jet fighter that we ever built. It was a fighter bomber. It could actually carry nuclear weapons. Matter of fact, they had to redo some stuff when they sent it to Vietnam to carry conventional bombs. So, it was designed as a nuclear bomber to strike.
Nice.
And there was a lot of them in Vietnam. Russian MiG-17. That's one of the planes that we fought against. I think it first came out somewhere around the time of the Korean War, but they used a lot of them in Vietnam. They also used the MiG-21, the MiG-23. But this is our version of our museum. We actually have one that stays over in our restoration hangar that flies air shows every year.
Oh, restoration hangar, like it's close to here or?
Yeah, it's straight. Now, let's go out here. See those?
The buildings over there?
The red blocks over there? That's our restoration museum
okay.
area.
So you have an air show every year? Once a year or?
Yeah.
Once a year, okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's around the 4th of July. Like this year, it was the Friday before the 4th of July, our air show was. Next year, it's scheduled to be the day after, or 2 days after the 4th of July holiday.
4th of July, okay.
It's always done on the weekend, the closest to the 4th of July.
So people come watch here or they go to some park or watch?
Yeah, they watch it here.
Watch here, okay. So they have to come pay the entry fee and come here and watch, okay.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't know, otherwise I would have come here for watching the air show. I captured the fireworks that day on July 4th, but I didn't know about this air show.
Yeah. This past year, our 4th of July, they had to let people watch the show over near our hangar because they're working on a runway out here. It's not completed. So next year, if we have an air show, it'll be right here on these grounds.
Nice.
And
what is the frequency of flights from here to Dallas?
I think there's right now there's at least 3 a day.
Oh, 3 a day?
Yeah.
Is it like profitable, like a lot of people fly or?
They say the morning flight's pretty full.
Okay.
I don't know about the other two, but I have heard that the morning flight's pretty well full.
So the security check will be fast, I think, compared to the big airports?
I mean, you go through the same checkpoint,
But it takes maybe half an hour. The reason I'm asking, if you drive, it'll take 2 hours from here to Dallas. So it's about same time?
If I had the extra money, I would fly out of here.
How much is the fare?
I don't know. It used to be pretty reasonable, but I haven't flown in a long time.
Yeah.
And I just don't know.
Yeah. And what are those fuel tanks? Like, are these for fueling the crafts or
refueling planes?
Okay.
Yeah.
But these are not used, right? So
these planes here,
yeah,
some of them we actually own.
use okay.
Some of them are on loan from the government. As long as we take care of them, we'll continue to have them here. But if we do something bad to them, or things like that, they can take them off of us. But like that one we own, the little plane from Poland,
So
we own
this
that
airport is owned by private? This airport is owned by a private person? Is it a private or?
Yeah, man. Well, he's dead now.
Okay.
But the man found that plane down around the coast. He purchased it, brought it back up here, and had it put back together.
Oh, okay. So this is private government collaboration.
Yeah. Yeah. This everybody that does works here at the museum, they're all volunteers.
Okay. You are a volunteer too, right? You
Yes,
said,
I'm a
okay.
volunteer.
Nice.
You know, we have to depend on people coming through the door and donations from
Yeah.
people to keep it going.
Nice.
So it's a lot of fun. You know, anybody can join. You know, you can work on the planes, or you can learn to be a docent. I mean, it's just whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But
It's
you know,
fun.
Yeah, I enjoy it. And then this last plane over here is a F-104 Starfighter.
Mm-hmm.
It can fly at twice the speed of sound. A gentleman by the name of Chuck Yeager set an altitude record in it and a speed record that both lasted for a long, long time. He also crashed one. I'm not sure. We used it as an interceptor in the United States, but they tell me it was sold to other countries that used it. I think Germany was one that purchased it, a few others. But it carried 2 rockets on each wing and 20 millimeter cannon, and that's all the weapons it had on it. So he'd get there really fast, but it didn't take long to unload his weapons and come back.
Nice.
And then that ugly blue helicopter, I say it's ugly. Painted up, it'd probably look a whole lot better.
Yeah.
But that is a Chickasaw, built by Sikorsky. It was used to get down pilots out of either the ocean or water or out of the jungle.
So rescue helicopter? It's used for rescuing?
It's used for rescuing. Yeah. And it had a pretty long career in the military. And that's about it.
Nice. And this one I think you already explained, right? This one I think we started from here, yeah.
Yeah, that's where we started.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the explanation. I'll stop the recording. Thank you. మనం ఇప్పుడు హిస్టారికల్ ఏవియేషన్ మ్యూజియంలో లోపల డిస్ప్లే ఏముందో చూద్దాం మ్యూజియంలో, తర్వాత బయట రియల్ ఫ్లైట్స్ చూద్దాం. చూడండి ఇక్కడ కల్నల్ వాళ్ళ హిస్టరీ అంతా ఉంది. పైలట్ డ్రెస్సెస్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి. ఫ్లైట్ సిమ్యులేటర్స్ ఉన్నాయి లోపల, కానీ మనకు ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ ఎలోడ్ లేదు. అయితే సిమ్యులేషన్ కూడా అక్కడ ఉంది, ఫ్లైట్ సిమ్యులేటర్. అది రియల్ ఫ్లైట్ నడిపిన ఫీలింగ్ వస్తుంది. ట్రైనింగ్ అప్పుడు అది యూజ్ చేస్తారు. ఇక్కడంతా ఉంది చూసారా, నాసాది, అది వీళ్ళకి వచ్చిన అవార్డ్స్, వీళ్ళకి వచ్చిన లైక్ గవర్నమెంట్ సర్టిఫికేషన్ అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ. చూడండి డ్రెస్సెస్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి వాళ్ళు వేసుకునేవి. చూడండి మొత్తం వాల్ మీద కూడా హెలికాప్టర్ ఇవి అన్ని ఫ్రేమ్స్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి. పైన చూసారా ఫ్లైట్వి, అవి కూడా ఉన్నాయి చిన్న టాయ్స్ లాగా. రియల్ ఫ్లైట్స్ గాల్లో ఎగురుతున్నట్టుగా ఉన్నాయి చూసారా. చూడండి వాళ్ళ ఎంత, వాళ్ళు వేసుకునే డ్రెస్సెస్, గ్లౌజ్, హెల్మెట్స్ అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి చూసారా. ఆక్సిజన్ మాస్క్ అన్నీ, వాళ్ళ డ్రెస్సెస్. ఇది ఆర్మీ పైలట్స్ వేసుకునే డ్రెస్సెస్. ఇక్కడ ఉంది చూసారు కదా. చూడండి పైన కూడా ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయో ఫ్లైట్. చిన్న బొమ్మ ఫ్లైట్స్ ఉన్నాయి గాల్లో ఎగురుతున్నట్టుగా. చూడండి ఇక్కడ కూడా డ్రెస్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి మొత్తం. చూడండి ఇక్కడ లుక్, లిజన్ అండ్ లివ్, జాయింట్ స్కై వాచ్ అని ఉంది చూసారా. కాంటాక్ట్ సివిల్ డిఫెన్స్ బై యుఎస్ సేవింగ్స్ బాండ్ అండ్ స్టాంప్స్ నౌ. ఇక్కడ వరల్డ్ వార్ 2లో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేసిన పైలట్స్ పిక్చర్స్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి. ఇక్కడ చూడండి కేర్ ఫర్ ది ఫాలెన్. దిస్ ఈజ్ మై ఫేవరెట్ స్టాచ్యూ. ఎంత బాగుందో చూసారా. ఆర్మీ మ్యాన్, సాటి ఆర్మీ మ్యాన్కి ఇంజురీ అయితే హెల్ప్ చేస్తున్నారు. చాలా చాలా బాగుంది. ఇది వియట్నాం సౌత్ ఈస్ట్ ఏషియా వార్లో మెమోరియల్. అక్కడ లైక్ పార్టిసిపేట్ చేసిన సోల్జర్స్, సైనికులవి నేమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి అందరివి. చూడండి ఇక్కడ కూడా పైలట్ డ్రెస్సెస్ అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. చూసారు కదా ఇక్కడ కూడా వాళ్ళు వేసుకున్న జాకెట్స్ అవి ఉన్నాయి. చూసారు కదా పైలట్ డ్రెస్. చూసారు కదా ఈ ఎయిర్క్రాఫ్ట్లో హెల్మెట్స్, ఆర్మర్. ఇది యుఎస్ఏఎఫ్ హై ఆల్టిట్యూడ్ బాంబర్ ఫ్లైట్ సూట్. చూడండి ఎంత స్టైలిష్గా, ఎంత థిక్ మెటీరియల్తో చేశారో. ఇది చాలా ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది హై ఆల్టిట్యూడ్స్లో కూడా, చలేయకుండా. చూడండి ఎంత బాగుందో లెదర్ అది. చూడండి ఇది కెప్టెన్ విలియం బర్మింగ్హామ్. కెప్టెన్ విలియం ఫుల్ నేమ్ కెప్టెన్ విలియం వి ప్రాట్ బర్మింగ్హామ్. ఇది థామస్ ఎల్ బ్రెయిన్ జనరల్, ఆయన డ్రెస్. ఇది బిల్ రికీ కెరియర్ ఆర్మీ, ఆయన వాడిన టూల్స్ అవి. ఇది ఫీల్డ్ ఆల్టర్, ఆయన వాడిన డ్రెస్ ఇది. ఇది సోవియట్ లెఫ్టినెంట్ జనరల్ యూనిఫామ్. ఇవి కూడా ఆర్మీలో వాళ్ళు వాడిన యూనిఫామ్సే. చూడండి అక్కడ వెనకాల యుఎస్ ఫ్లాగ్, షీల్డ్, నైఫ్స్ ఉన్నాయి చూసారా వెనకాల. యూనిఫామ్ చూడండి ఎంత స్టైలిష్గా ఉన్నాయో. ఇది కొరియన్ వియట్నాంలో వాడిన డ్రెస్, బ్రూస్టర్. ఇది హ్యారీ లాఫ్టిస్ గ్లైడర్ పైలట్. ఇది యుఎస్ఎన్ ఫైటర్ పైలట్ ఫ్లైట్ గేర్ 1942 to 1945. చూడండి ఆ రోజుల్లోనే ఎంత బాగుందో. ఇది జపనీస్ వరల్డ్ వార్ II ఫ్లైట్ సూట్ విత్ లైఫ్ వెస్ట్ అండ్ పిస్టల్ అండ్ ల్యాండ్ యార్డ్. చూడండి పిస్టల్ కూడా ఉంది. ఇది క్యాప్చర్డ్ నాజీ ఫ్లాగ్స్. ఇది గ్రీన్ బాంబర్ పైలట్ సూట్ 1938 to 45. ఇది జర్మన్ ఫ్లైట్ క్లోత్స్ 1938 to 45. ఇది ఎర్లీ ఫ్లైట్ సూట్ వరల్డ్ వార్ I. ఇది ఎర్లీ ఫ్లైట్ సూట్ 1918 to 1928. చూడండి ఆ రోజుల్లోనే ఎంత బాగా తయారు చేశారో. ఆల్మోస్ట్ 100 years బ్యాక్ డ్రెస్ అది. మొత్తం ఇక్కడ ఆర్మీ ఆఫీసర్స్ పిక్చర్స్ ఉన్నాయి చూసారా. ఇది కేర్ ఫర్ ఫాలెన్. ఇది స్టాచ్యూ హానర్ ఫర్ 42nd men from Smith County who died in Vietnam. The one missing in action and all the others who served there. చూడండి ఆయన రెస్క్యూ చేస్తున్నారు వార్లో ఆయన గాయపడితే, ఇంజరీ అయితే. ఇదే నాకు ఈ మ్యూజియంలో ఫేవరెట్ స్టాచ్యూ, అన్నిటికన్నా బాగా నచ్చింది. హలో అందరికీ హాయ్. ఇవాళ హిస్టారిక్ ఏవియేషన్ మ్యూజియం చూశారు కదా. ఈ టూర్ మనకి డాన్ అనే ఆయన ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు. మీకు ఈ టూర్ బాగా నచ్చిందని అనుకుంటున్నాను. మనం అన్ని పాత రోజుల్లో ఈ ఫ్లైట్లు, హెలికాప్టర్లు అన్నీ చూసాం కదా. మీకు ఈ వీడియో నచ్చితే సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకొని షేర్ చేయండి. మళ్ళీ వచ్చే వీడియోలో కలుద్దాం.